Spider-Man doesn't kill, but tug on his weenie hard enough, and it might just break. And he'll come back at you and break your whole body to the point where you are destroyed. And that is exactly what happened with Kingpin when he shot Aunt May, sent her to the hospital, and Spider-Man went to bend this hunk of meat and spank him real good in the Amazing Spider-Man comic series. So long story short, after Spider-Man revealed his identity in Civil War, and Wilson Fisk sent one of his Looney Tunes to his home to hurt Peter, he shot Aunt May, and now she's in the hospital, wired to every piece of medical tech your gamer brain can think of in order for her to stay alive. And Spider-Man was mad. He was furious at Kingpin. More furious than when I watched season 8 of Game of Thrones, or if a girl says I'm like a brother to her. So Spider-Man decided to teach Kingpin a lesson. So he goes to the prison he's locked up in, he manages to open all the prison cells, and out comes the Kingpin. They both meet face to face, belly button to belly button, in front of this huge crowd of rotting geezers. Peter was silent, and Kingpin went on and on about why he's the shit, and why everyone else is just I don't know, shit. But he went a little bit too far with his fantasy Nobel Peace Prize speech, and talked about Peter's aunt, to which Peter responded by making Fisk suck his toes and eat those words. But once again, he remains silent. And this repeats again, where the Kingpin mocks Peter, and he just responds by giving him the biggest fisting a man could get. He's experiencing more pain than if a stingray, stung my nipples and caused milk to come out of them. Anyways, Kingpin had enough of this. He demanded Spider-Man to say something and not stand like a statue. Peter wants to kill him, so go ahead and do it. And Spider-Man decides to talk. He gives this philosophical speech about the hidden meanings and themes behind his suit. He says that when he wears the suit, he swears to protect and not kill. He does not want to cross those lines of darkness. He just wants to protect. But today, he's going into this bloodbath without any protection. He's going to get down and dirty, like a character from Euphoria. He takes off his mask like a condom and is sure to show off his sculpture, and tells Kingpin Spider-Man isn't here to kill, Peter Parker is here to do the job. And the battle begins. And dude, if you thought that Tom Holland's No Way Home Spider-Man was fucking intimidating, wait till you see this slugger. He's throwing every single fighting move from every movie you could think of. He's showing no mercy like a Venus flytrap. You were living sweet until you decide to shove your dick in his business, and now Kingpin has to pay. And remember when Kingpin was mocking Peter? Well, not only was Peter doing that by saying Fisk doesn't have any real power, but he follows that up by fucking fat shaming the poor lad and calls him a balloon, and that he's the Neil who's going to pop him. And Kingpin charges at him like a bull, and or a kid running to their parents for their iPad to use for the weekend. But just like a strict parent, Peter Ronda Rouseys the dude to the next day and decides to pick him up by what looks like the skin on his chest and do the naughty. No, not put his tiny pecker in his mouth and squirt some fluids. He's gonna squirt some other fluids in his mouth. His web fluid. He opens the Kingpin's mouth by the palm of his hand and tells him he's going to excrete every last ounce of web fluid to make sure that his lungs fill up with nothing but webs, and he dies. But like most stories, he does a dramatic countdown and doesn't do it. It tells Kingpin that he is going to kill him, but he's not going to do it today. Oh, boo-hoo, Peter fucking clickbaits us for no reason. Anyways, he tells Kingpin that he still accomplished something just as good. He beat Kingpin in front of everyone in the prison. He embarrassed him to the fullest. His pride has shrunk to quantum level sizes. And Peter tells Kingpin that if Aunt May dies, not even if Kingpin hurts anyone, if Aunt May just straight up takes the elevator to the highest floor and reaches heaven, Spider-Man will come back and kill the Kingpin. And he swings away while Fisk limps away back to his cell with everyone staring at him, beaten, humiliated, and flaccid. And yeah, that's about it. Subscribe and I'll see you later.